So you was wondering how to get into the top rankings inside of SS League? In this video, I'll be giving you guys 10 tips in order to help you guys reach your goal and reaching the top 100 ranks inside of One Piece Bunny Rush. Let's get into the video. Alright, starting off with tip number 1. This is probably the most important tip. Play the day of reset. It is highly important to play soon as reset happens to go from S plus to SS, because you have a lot of players who go from S plus to SS that's not really skilled early on sometimes, and you can get some good win streaks starting off. This is an example right here to let you guys know that basically that the league is ending pretty soon and within a day. So make sure you guys start off early if you start your top 100 grind now. And then if you do, you can go anywhere from 2K to 3K if you do pretty good with some win streaks. Coming in at tip number 2, we have gain 500 to 2K points in a day. Now, I know you guys going to be like, how the hell am I going to gain that many points? But look, you need to gain that many points in a day in order to get in the top 100. So it all depends on where you're trying to place that inside of top 100. But from champion, it's like 70K. But the average to get into top 100 is around 15K to about 17K at the end of the season. So make sure you guys gaining at least 500 to 1K if you just want to get into the top 100. Now for tip number 3, we have use meta characters. It is highly recommended that you guys use meta characters. Here is a few examples to see what is the current meta right now that you can use to grind for top 100. But I highly recommend that you use a good meta runner so that you guys can go ahead and get some quick 5-0s early on. And you can cook pretty early to get those quick, easy dubs to get you those quicker points so you can get that top 100. Tip number 4, we have use the support that's best for the character. This is the type of support that I like to use for Big Mom, which is basically based off of Zoro and Grand Line as my main tag, so I can tank against those blues and reds. And I can still dish out a lot of damage because I'm taking more than the other enemies, and I can do more damage at the same time. As you can see, the boy did about 1500 damage off that skill, and shortly after that, I'm going to tank the Big Mom skill too. So we're just tanking those blues and those reds and stalling enough time throughout the match. So just make sure you try to build your support around the character that you're using. Tip number 5, learn how to bait. So basically a good way to bait is to use your basic attack before you hit the enemy, or even when you're hitting the enemy, so that way they can use their dodge and you can use your skill. As you can see right here, me and Whitebeard is trying to bait out each other's skills or dodges, and then as soon as he uses his basic attacks twice, I use my skill so he can't dodge. Another good way to do it is if an enemy is using the skill, like Roger right there, he uses skill 2 and I use my skill 1 so I don't take any damage, and I dish out some damage on him. And then another way is if you run towards them, that way they can dodge and you can use your skills. So keep that in mind as baiting. Tip number 6, get more combos. And I ain't talking about the emo bucko. One way to practice getting more combos is going to Survival 100 and practicing 1 or 2 tap basic attacks. This way you can get muscle memory and you can take it inside a league. Right here I have an example of using Zoro, so you can see me using basic attacks with 1 or 2 taps. Right here I use the skill 1, and then I'm going to wait for the page 1 to get up, and I'm going to use 1, and then I'm going to use the 2 tap, and then hold down the basic attack to do the 2 tap to take him out. Shortly after, we're going to use the skill 2 to take out the Luffy. Coming in at tip number 7, learn when to take a break. It's always good, even if you're winning or you're losing, to take a break so you can be refreshed, so you can go back inside of those league matches and do your very best so that you can go ahead and get those win streaks. But sometimes if you're losing, just wait until maps change. Maps change every 2 hours, so keep that in mind. Tip number 8, place yourself between 2 different treasure areas in the last 30 seconds of a match. It is highly important that you try to defend at least 1 or 2 flags as a defender, even as an attacker, in the last 30 seconds of a match, because that is the most crucial inside of SS League. There's so many sweats, so many back cappers, and stuff like that. So make sure you think about that at all times. Well, look like we almost done. Tip number 9, don't give up. I know a lot of times when you're grinding for top 100, it can be really stressful due to bad teammates, but you got to remember, do not give up. I recommend you guys talk to your friends or your alliance members. That way you can get some good motivational speakers. Hopefully you got some good friends. But as Nico Robbins said, I want to live. You got to make sure you scream out that, I want that top 100. So say, I want that top 100. I want it. That way that you can celebrate with your friends or your alliance members. It make it that much sweeter once you reach your goal and you have somebody that been with you the whole time throughout the whole grind, and you can celebrate at the end. So just always make sure you try to find you that one good best friend or even multiple alliance members or friends that'll help you motivate you throughout your whole top 100 grind. So keep that in mind, man. Make sure you get you some good nakamas, man. Straight up. Coming in at the last and final spot, tip number 10, pray you get some good teammates, bro. Because you gon' need it. I don't care if you praying to God Usopp, if you praying to Jesus, if you praying to Allah, if you praying to Buddha, whoever your religion is, make sure you praying, bucko. Because I'm telling you, man, you can do whatever it is in the book. I did everything in this video in this one match. I'm telling you, I'm talking about, I'm taking out multiple enemies. I'm defending. I'm trying to back cap. I'm out here doing everything, bro. Everything. You're going to have these matches where your teammates are going to sell you. Just always remember that. You can do everything in the book, carry harder, whatever it is, bro. You're going to get perfect dodges. You're going to do whatever it is, bro. Defending your teammates, no matter what you can think of, bro. Your team is going to sell you at one point. So, just always do your best when you're playing your matches. Even if your team sell you, sometimes you got to carry slightly harder. You might have carried hard, but carry even harder, bro. Just make sure you stay motivated on your goal to reach the top 100. I want you guys to just use this as an example. Like you can see, I'm just doing whatever I want to do in this match for real. I'm taking out multiple enemies at a time. I'm trying to back cap. I'm trying to defend. I'm just doing whatever I want to do in this match. But like I said, you're going to have your teammates that's going to sell you. Right here, last second, we lose a flag for the loss. So just keep that in mind, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.